Welcome again to the Old Principal. I am the Old Principal and I teach Little English. I always tell a story. Today is my story. It doesn't always work out that way, but today I'm going to talk about when I was a young man. So this is lesson number 153. 153. School days. School days are days where the period in your life, 这段时间, the period in your life when you go to school. School days. So we're going to talk about a bit of my school days, but before we do, we've got to have a story. So stay by as Mrs. Vash reads us the story about school days.
Number 153, School Days. Harding Elementary School was 9 blocks from home. We lived too close to qualify for riding a school bus and yet too far away to walk. Most children in our area rode bicycles, bikes. From my house to the school, I coasted downhill for 3 blocks. Then I pushed the pedals hard going uphill for 3 blocks and pedaled leisurely the rest of the way. The school provided a special area with racks to keep the bicycles upright. Though people have to lock their bikes nowadays, it wasn't necessary at that time. I grew up in Oregon, where the most common jokes were about the frequent rain and snow. We described the weather as being a good day for ducks, which meant that we knew that the ducks liked rain. We rode our bikes to school even in the rain. We seldom let bad weather hinder this routine. Of course, rare stormy days sometimes forced my folks to take us to school in a car, but only when the roads were covered with ice or snow. But our morning joy was offset by the fact that we had to walk home after school. Our neighbor was secretary to the principal. For a time after my mother's death, she got permission for me to wash dishes in the school cafeteria following the midday meal. I think the payment for my work came in the form of a free meal. I was so small and skinny that everyone felt I needed lots of good food. I must confess, I often felt important because they allowed me to leave class early so that I could go eat. My classmates wondered why I was so lucky. All I remember about washing dishes was the big lady working beside me, and that the water felt so hot that I was sure it would cook my hands and arms.
Thank you. Now we go on and we start with talking about 这个小学 Harding Elementary School. Well, the minute I think of Harding School, this is the 小学. This is the school that I attended. It was 9 blocks from home. Now, English and Chinese say this a little bit differently. From my house to the school is 9条路. Okay, 所以你要过9条路. 9 blocks. A block is, actually, if you think of it this way, Americans, they think of a block, 四方的, right? Okay, a block. You have a road here, a road there, road here, road there. And so between the roads, 在这个4条路之间 is a block. Okay? So if I say that I have to go 9 blocks, that means that I probably went across 9 十字路口. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's how you got to Harding School. It was 9 blocks from home. Okay, we lived too close to qualify riding the school bus and yet too far away to walk. 刚刚好是最麻烦. Too close to qualify, 太靠近学校而有资格坐校车. Okay, so we couldn't go in the school bus. We couldn't go in the school bus. 没有资格坐 school bus. And yet too far away to walk. 走路也算是太远. Okay, so what to do? We couldn't go in the bus. 没办法坐车，这个校车. And also I couldn't walk. It's too far away to walk. 其实可以, but it just takes too much time. So most children, like me, most children in our area rode bicycles. 是骑自行车, 脚踏车, 单车, several different ways of saying that. Okay, and we say bikes, bike, or bicycle, bicycles, okay. From my house to the school, so you leave my house, and actually I lived on a hill. 有一点小山坡的一个地方. And my house was on this hill. I coasted. Coasted means that I didn't have to pedal. 滑下 downhill 下这个斜坡了 for 3 blocks. 好舒服. And I didn't have to pedal. I just went down the hill for 3 blocks. Okay? Then, going on, then I started to push the pedals hard going uphill for 3 blocks. Okay? Okay, 脚踏, 脚踏. Okay? The pedal is that thing. So if you're pedaling, you know, okay, that's pedaling. So I had to push the pedals hard. It was hard because now I went down and then I had to go up for 3 blocks. And then I pedaled easily the rest of the way. 这个轻轻松松的最后3条街. Okay, it was very simple. So down, up, straight. Going on. The school provided special area with racks that kept the bicycles upright. The school provided 供应, okay, a special area, 特别区, special area with racks. Okay, what is a rack? 架子, boom, boom, boom. And then you put your bicycle in there. Some people locked their bicycles, kept their bicycles there upright. Otherwise, the bicycles would fall over, right? 要垂直, okay? 要直直的, 垂直. Though people have to lock their bicycles nowadays, it wasn't necessary at that time. Isn't that something? I don't know what to think about this. As I look back, 我回想到我那时候, as I look back at those days, it was a pretty nice time. We rode our bicycles to school, and then we put them in the bicycle racks, and I don't remember ever locking my bicycle. Never locked my bicycle. I just left it there. And people did not steal. 没有人偷我的车子。Nowadays, cannot do that. Every person must have a lock. And 现在都要把你的车子锁起来。But in those days, now what are we talking about? We're talking about, maybe 55 years ago. 55 years ago. 55年以前的事情。Isn't that something? Times have changed. 这个时候就变了。And people have changed too. I tell you. Going on. I grew up in Oregon where the most common jokes were about frequent rain and snow. It's true. I grew up in Oregon, 美国这个西北部, okay? And the most common jokes, 所有的最普遍的这个笑话是什么? About frequent. What is frequent? 经常下雨和下雪. Now, keep in mind that it was mostly rain. 大部分是下雨. But we did have some snow too. So, going on. We describe the weather as being a good day for ducks. Now, this is a very common, I guess, a common saying in the West. Well, almost anywhere. A good day for ducks, because 我不晓得为什么 we think that ducks, 鸭子, okay, 喜欢下雨. So when we say it's a good day for ducks, what do we mean? Of course, it's raining. Okay. So we describe, 我们描述这个天气. It's a good day for ducks, which meant that we knew that ducks liked rain. Of course, that's what I just said. Ducks seem to like rain. They don't seem to worry about that. Going on. We rode our bikes to school even in the rain. So if it was raining, we still had to pedal to school. Still pedal to school. Pedal, pedal, pedal to school. Even in the rain. And your hands got wet and very cold. Very cold. We seldom let bad weather hinder this routine. 很少就让这个坏的这个气候天气而这个改变我们的惯例. A routine is 惯例. It's something that you do on a regular basis. Of course, on our rare stormy days, I mean, it rains a lot, but this is not a storm. 如果真的是有暴风雨的那一天呢, I mean, really raining bad, 就迫使这个强迫我my 父母亲 to take us to school in the car. So we went in the car. My parents took us there. Now, of course, there's a problem. You know what the problem is, don't you? That if you go to school in the car, well, maybe I say, is when you go to school in the car, how do you get home? But the only when the roads were covered with ice or snow. 只有这个路 Okay, covered with ice or snow, 他们也没有办法送我们. Okay, 有 ice and snow. ice and snow. 就覆盖这个路. In fact, we had what we called snow days. You know what a snow day is? A snow day is the day it's snowing and the school is closed. And then we didn't have to go to school. That's a snow day. Okay? But if on a bad day, when the 天气非常非常坏的时候, and my parents took us to school, okay, our morning joy, 早上快乐 why? 可以坐车 was offset. 这个抵消这个事实，这抵消 we had to walk home after school. We had to walk home after school. And that's 9 blocks. 9 blocks. Going on. Our neighbor was the secretary to the principal. Okay. Our neighbor, 我们的邻居 was the secretary to the principal, 是校长的秘书。校长的秘书。So she was a very kind person. And for a time, after my mother's death, 就是说我母亲去世了，她死了以后，有一段时间 she got permission, 她就获得这个许可 permission 许可 for me to wash dishes. For me to wash dishes. Well, why would we want to wash dishes? Do you think the little boys like to wash dishes? No way. Little boys don't like to wash dishes. Okay? Well, why would we wash dishes? Well, one of the reasons was that perhaps after my mother died, perhaps my dad was quite poor. I don't know. 或许他欠钱 I don't know. Or maybe nobody would make a meal for 没有人是给我们做出来便当中午餐 So anyway, during this time, for a time after my mother's death, she got 得了这个许可 for me to wash dishes. 我就可以洗盘子碗 to wash the dishes in the school cafeteria, 学校的食堂 following the midday meal. Of course, you only eat one meal at school. That's 中午餐. Breakfast and supper, of course, you eat at home. So I washed the dishes at the good news was, the good news, this is the good news. The good news is that I could leave class. 其他的学生还在念书的时候 they're still studying. I could get permission and I got to leave the class. Woo! Everybody else is studying and I got permission and I could leave and I could go and eat my food early. 早吃饭. Okay, eat my food early. Okay, going on next. I think the payment for my work came in the form of a free meal. at least this is the way I looked at it. I think the payment is 薪酬, because they didn't give me any money. I think I was too young to get any money for my work. For the work came in the form 就是在他们供应给我免费的中午餐. So I got that for free, and that I think helped my father a little bit. My brother was only 1 year younger than me. 我的弟弟比我小一半. But he never, as far as I know, he never washed dishes. 他都没有可能他认为是太矮小. Although he was taller than me. I have to think about that. Well, anyway, I don't think he did it. I was the one who washed dishes. I was so small and skinny that everyone felt I needed to eat lots of food. 或许他们就想我这么矮 and skinny, so that everyone felt that I needed lots of good food. In fact, that wasn't the first time. Many people, when I was young, they said, oh, you need to eat more food. You need to eat more food. Well, I did. I ate, but I was just very short. Going on. I must confess, okay, I must confess, 我必须承认, I often felt important because they allowed me to leave class early. 刚才说了, 我自己觉得比较伟大, okay, important. Why? Because I got to leave class early so I could eat. My classmates wondered why I was so lucky. 我同班同学就想，为什么他的运气这么好? Why did he get to leave class early? Of course, I don't think they would want to have their mother die. It's just that my mother passed away. 她去世了，所以是不得已. We had to do some of these things that other children didn't have to do. They didn't. Going on. All I remember about washing dishes was the big lady working beside me. The lady, now you've got to see this picture. First of all, I am short, and I am thin, I'm skinny, 我很瘦, 我也是相当矮, very short, exact. And the lady I'm washing dishes with is huge. It's a big lady. Okay? So I imagine it was quite funny to see me, this little boy, and this big lady. And she was working right beside me. Going on. And the thing that I remember was the water was awfully hot. It's like, man, that's hot. Psst. Hot water. Okay? The water felt so hot that I was sure 肯定会 cook my arms and hands, my hands and arms. 会烫手烫手我的手背. It was very hot. I tell you. So this was Harding School. When I walked home, I'm just thinking about some of the things that happened. When I walked home at the end of the class, at the end of the school day, or if I walked home, or if I rode my bicycle, 我总是要经过一个地方 有些年纪大的同学 and they often made fun of me. 常常就欺负我 It was not fun. It was not fun to be so small in the school. But those are school days. Do you remember the days when you went to school? I remember kindergarten. 这个蒙童班呢 or what do they say, kindergarten? 还没有一年级 I remember these experiences. Maybe someday I'll tell you, one day I said the wrong word to the teacher. And the teacher got very, very upset with me. And she actually, can you imagine this? We can't do this now. 现在的这个时代不一样. But 60 years ago, they took soap, 这个洗手用的这个香皂，这个肥皂 and washed out my mouth. 很难的，难吃的，非常不好。And I never said a bad word again. 以后绝对不会说一些坏话了。These are school days when I was young. Okay, let's go on now and let's take a look at our email address. 我们电邮的地址是 theoldprinciple 三个字并在一起 at gmail.com. And then you can go to the website. 你可以看我们的节目，这个旧的节目也放在这个网站 www.theoldprinciple.org. Hey, it's been nice to be with you. I've enjoyed it. I hope you've enjoyed it too. You've learned something and you will invite one of your friends to join you the next time I come with another interesting story. Until then, see you later.